This is not editing. Some line, some lights. Well, a line of lights is shining from outside my window, and it's going on my blue screen, and it's irritating me. You won't be able to see it when I do the capture, I think. Okay, that's fine. I'll just let that annoy me for now. Hi, welcome back to more Made in Abyss, episode 12? Yes, episode 12. One episode away from the end of the first season before we get into the movie. Apparently, last episode is, I think, a double length or a much longer episode, so thank you, Nate and all, for letting me know. And also letting me know that apparently Midi's voice actor also does Kaden from Monogatari, and you can kind of tell, which is hilarious. I'll try to listen to it if we hear more from Midi. But yeah, speaking of Midi, we learned what Midi and Nanachi are, which are hollows, or rather what hollows are. Humans that succumb to the curse of the sixth layer, where you die and lose your humanity. If you survive, if you don't die, you still lose your humanity. Most people end up like Midi, it seems, and Nanachi was a special exception due to what sounded like an experiment conducted by that white whistle on that sixth layer, who for some reason had Nanachi there. Like, Nanachi was probably a kid. I don't know what they were doing there or what that white whistle was doing, but, you know, pretty screwed up stuff. I don't know. Could be much simpler than I'm thinking, or something completely different, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point, maybe in the movie. So that was cool to learn about, and pretty disturbing. You know, another disturbing thing about this show. Thankfully, Nanachi was able to save Riko after Reg retrieved all the materials they asked for. Most of that was for dinner, but hey, you know, Nanachi gotta eat. You know, can't save Riko on an empty stomach. Thankfully, Reg made it in time anyway. Crazy happened at the end is Reg saw this memory, like he finally remembered something, and I guess confirmed that he probably made contact. I don't want to say confirmed, but probably made contact with Liza, given that he was like parting with her in his words to her. Now they framed it like he was in front of her grave, even though, like, he even says himself later, and we remember from Ozen before, like, she wasn't buried there. Ozen checked the grave herself, like there was nothing buried there, only Blaze Reap was on top of the grave, which we of course would assume that Ozen took it back with her, which is why she was able to give it to Riko, of course. So what does that mean? So given that that's the case, obviously Reg couldn't have buried her or parted with her at her grave. They probably like split ways at that point. Probably. Liza's probably the one who sent Reg on his way upward, as we kind of speculated before, and I guess Liza maybe kept going down, and that was, you know, that point. The point where she left Blaze Reap on her quote-unquote grave there, and where they split there. So I don't know, that's probably what that was. Reg can't really understand that right now, nor can we, but and also this blue stone, this blue necklace. This necklace with the blue stone on it, which looked like it had a little tiny like relic ball in it, you know, like the kind of like the circular relics that we've seen. It looked like a tiny one in there. I wonder what that was. That thing has to be like a relic itself, and maybe it's even one we've heard of, but I'm not sure. I don't think they've had that blue stone. Maybe my memory is completely failing me, because at the time I was really trying to remember, like, wait, have they already had that? Are we just finally seeing it? My memory is super like, oh god, I hope I didn't forget something like that. But yeah, so that's the thing, and now I guess we're just gonna see what happens next. I think at the very end of the episode, Midi was on top of Riko. But, you know, Riko's gonna be okay, and then we'll see whatever move they make next. Maybe if Nanachi will escort them through the rest of the lair. Probably not. It's a big risk for Nanachi to go out, but at the same time, Nanachi might want to help them. I don't know. I wouldn't expect it at this point, given what we've learned and what we've seen. Nanachi has already been very kind and nice so far, thankfully. Because, again, because Nanachi can't take Midi, and I don't think Nanachi would leave Midi there to risk escorting them. Either way, they are good to continue on probably soon here, so can't wait to see what's next for this episode and for the last one of the season. You know, who knows how this could end. So I think that's all I gotta say about this so far, and that's it. Let's continue. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Wait. Because there was this thing, right, about kids dying there? Something about birthdays? But I think they were just trying to scare. What's actually going on here? Jesus. Oh no, see, yeah. I was scared this was a real thing. Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't tell back then, but I guess there you go. Oh yeah, it's a rumor at least, but clearly something's going on. Wow. Oh wow, that's how they... Hmm. Fuck, man. Kiwi. 5. Oh. I would like to think so too, but... Oh wow, look at these vessels. Wait, he's fine. After leaving the village, he's fine. Getting away from the abyss? Dude. It's the abyss. Jesus. Even on the surface. Uh. Uh-huh. That longing. Being a cave raider is so metal. God damn. Liza always tying it up. That's crazy though. It seems like after he got away from the abyss, he was better. But even on the surface, just the proximity, I guess, is enough. That's so weird, dude. But if this hasn't happened before, if this has been like a recent occurrence, I don't know, man. It's almost like things are changing. Or becoming more dangerous than before as far as what the abyss is doing to them. But I don't know. Anyway, this amazing opening. My hair's long enough to whip it forward and back, but I got it all slicked back and behind my headphones. Demo on mono. I want to see Purple Visor Boy. To the 6th layer we go. Or to the 5th next, I guess. The true nature of the curse. Oh, cool. Yeah, it was similar, but it was enough to trigger the memory. It was your voice. There's MIDI. Probably gonna be a bit alarming for Rico if she wakes up. Oh god. No eat Rico. No do that. Uh-oh. You hurt Midi's feelings. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, Mitty was a girl. Yeah, just don't eat the mushrooms. Oh. Mitty sucked the poison out? What the heck? That's pretty crazy. uh, that's a good question. Were you? Oh, probably. Netherworld stew. Okay, that actually looks bad. How they try to make Rico's cooking look weird. No, this actually looks bad. Oh god, it's so thick. Sticky. Like refried beans. That's what I would try to tell myself if I was eating that. Does it taste good? It's made with fish. At least Mitty gets to chill here. Yikes. Alright. That's actually bad. Discharge. Yeesh. You eat this stuff? Oh. Never gotten to eat tasty food before. Was Nanachi even human before becoming hollow? I guess you have to be human to become a hollow to lose your humanity, but I don't know. Could have been like a normal creature affected. I'm not sure. That's where we're at. Yo, let's talk about that. Yes. Nanachi can see it, I think. Yeah. Nanachi's reactions, Jesus. Experience it. Whoa. What the heck? What is that? It goes under the little invisible blanket. Is that how you protect yourself from it? This must be a relic. Fogweave. Grade 3. Cool. Very thin. Wait, what? What does that mean? Oh, it's floaty. Interesting. It blankets us. It's like air. Just like that. Ah. So, doing this. Oh. You pull it onto yourself. Oh, shit. Oh, when you break through. Interesting. I wonder if the white whistles know that. Damn. So when they ascended upward really quickly, that was... Which makes sense why ascending breaks the cloth and affects you. Inverted thorns. Oh, makes sense. The top part's not spiky, you just fall through. It's the force field. What the heck? The blood of the abyss. I see. Yeah, what does that mean? Oh. Right, right. It's weaker. Getting away from the shaft. So it's kind of like what we learned before. Kind of. Yeah, exactly. To living to consciousness. Whoa. Jesus. Predict the future. God. That's really cool. Good question. No way to stop their longing. That's the Cave Raider. It is what it is. That's really cool. That's a really cool new perspective on what we knew and I guess the truth behind it. The true nature. There you go. Cool. Wait. Okay. Let you experience it. Okay. Mitty. Mitty loves Rico. Uh-oh. With Mitty's one eye. Oh. This was Mitty. Oh, yeah, this is Mitty. Wait, no. I was Rico looking at Mitty's eye. Why did Rico look like that? Yeah, because Mitty's eye, yeah, it's not green, it's red. That was weird. But I guess it was like their connection? Hmm. Is that a walkie-talkie? Oh, the little thing. Yeah, that thing. You just picked it up, huh? Useful. Guess it helps to scavenge all this equipment. Uh, what? Are you trying to draw? No way. Whoa. Who are you? A black whistle that blew their whistle. Damn. This is perfect. Try rescuing them. Okay. Did Nanachi know this was gonna happen? Is this part of the predict the future type thing? Or B? The world as I see it. Commit to it. Don't worry about that guy. You better listen to Nanachi. You're Nanachi's Pokemon now. Let's go. Whoa. That was crazy. Jump to the right. Oh, Nanachi. Do not let go. Oh, the organ to sense the force field. This is crazy. Tied up. Beat it to a pulp. Revenge. Vendetta. Yo. Point blank incinerator. Holy fuck. Nanachi's like, wait, what? Yo, wait, it dodged it. It shed the spines. Oh my god. Wait, what? Even Nanachi's shocked. I'm not sure if by the weapon or by the fact that it missed. Well, you got 10 minutes, bucko. Oh, wow. Okay, good enough then. I guess carry on then. Don't get close. Hmm. Whoa. Oh shit. Oh my god. I hope you make it back, buddy. Dude, I never thought they might get a chance to get a message back. Oh shit. Because Nanachi, their perspective on cave raiders makes sense, but yeah, there you go. As long as Nanachi's okay. Maybe. The most dependable guy I know there. I know Nanachi would be so helpful. But... Wait, what? What is it? What is it? No, what is it? Oh. Wait. Is this how they got here? Oh my god. I won't let him keep doing as he pleases. That white whistle. Mitty was another experiment. But is Mitty dying? Does Nanachi want to put Mitty out of their misery? Like, to not continue that kind of existence? Like, is Mitty suffering? I mean, probably. Like, just the... No, like, if Mitty still has, like, a conscious mind, I mean, clearly, like, even taking a personal liking to Rico, there's still, like, a sense of who Mitty was before. Being stuck in this body is fucking terrible, right? Of course. But that's some... Whew, that's some heavy shit to ask. Especially when Reg was so happy there. Good episode. Great episode. I love this part here. Where they all go down together. That one right there is the best. Nanachi just like talking like that with their hand up. Then falling together. So wait, is Nanachi gonna go with them? Are they gonna put Mitty out of their misery and take Nanachi? Does Nanachi want to leave? That's some heavy shit, man. I don't even... Alright, it's them there. The Challengers. Alright. Another great episode, man. Oh my god. Okay, so Nanachi explaining the true nature of the Abyss, pretty much just giving us, I guess, the true perspective on kind of the things we knew before, like, for example, like proximity, like the reason Nanachi's base is, the curse is not prevalent there, or rather like that thin claw, like the layers of the curse that are similar to that grade 3 relic that Nanachi showed Reg. It's not as present there because it's like further from the vertical shaft, which is the same at the camp. So that makes sense. But the idea that's like, because ascending breaks through those layers, and that's when the curse affects you. Like, it's just your finger that breaks through, and you know, you're not going to be affected too badly. But if you put your whole body or something vital, then of course you're going to end up super hurt, which is a very cool thing. So it makes me wonder if there's like a way to ascend either like very slowly, or maybe a method the White Whistles could have come up with to like not break through that cloth, because we know Ozen has ascended from there. Like, there is like the curse repelling vessel, but I don't think they put themselves in a vessel and like roll back up, right? So it's like, you have to question, like, maybe since the White Whistles themselves, we assume, can't see it, Nanachi being who they are, maybe as a result of the experiment, or, you know, being the exception, the successful experiment by that White Whistle, I think is the right way to think of Nanachi, can see it being transformed into a hollow, and I guess also gaining the same affinity as like the creatures of the Abyss who are in tune with that curse, because there's like a flow of the curse itself. It's like a flow, something they can predict, like it's sensitive to like living things, consciousness and movement. So the deeper you go, the creatures are more like in tune with that and can literally predict the future. And I guess it's the same with Nanachi, as we saw. in directing Reg there, like, you know, reach to the right, and then it was like right at the moment where Reg was able to grab what the orb piercer uses to sense the force field, which is like, oh shit, so that was super cool, man, to like learn that. Wow, the true nature of the abyss. And it's because, yeah, it's the force field. It's literally the same force that, I guess, refracts the light down here. Is refracts the right word? You know, they talk about it before, but it's literally like that same thing. So yeah, understanding that more is pretty cool. And it does, yeah, it makes me question like how the White Whistles deal with that, because they seem to be the only ones who properly can. Even with this Black Whistle here, like, I'm curious like how he is gonna go back up like carefully to not like trigger what happened to Rico, for example, right? I think they all kind of like at that level probably have some methodology or some understanding about ascending a certain way as so as not to break the cloth, right? Because I'm sure there's a way to like go up and like just kind of have it. But I don't know, the way Nanachi showed it is like you're literally like, if you pull like way too hard against it, like you break through, and that's what happens, right? I don't know, hard to say though. Hard to even say what that would be, whether it's protection from a relic or... I know the White Whistles have like their special armor and stuff, so I don't know, maybe those are like part of it too. We know Ozen, like what Ozen did to her own body, so hard to say, man. But again, for this Black Whistle, like how do these guys, you know, get back from the 4th layer? Like from the 3rd layer, it's like, okay, Rico is able to like get through that. I could see how someone could get through that, but 4th layer, like bleeding from all orifices, like triggering it, like should have talked to that Black Whistle to see, you know, how he thought to get back from there. But I don't know, because he might not. We'll see. You know, Reg kind of took a shot in the dark, being like, hey, if you make it back, if you go to that orphanage, Genuo, I'm used to calling him leader. Did Reg ever refer to him by name before? Did he ever learn his name? Like, this is 100% me like overthinking here, like just, but he probably did, because I'm wondering if it's like another memory thing that's come back. For example, if Liza sent him up and maybe told him about him. I don't know. Hard to say. I don't think so. That's like a 1% thought I have. It's like not even a thing I'm really like committed to. I'm not really committed to anything that I predict on the show. I just have fun making predictions, you guys know. But because there's just so much mystery to these things. But yeah, other than that, we also had that birthday curse that I remember from at the very beginning of the series, how they mentioned they were like trying to scare them about, oh, it's his birthday's coming up, you know, all the kids who have birthdays, you know, are dying. It's like, is that true? Is that a joke? Like I could see it being like the kind of dark humor they would have in this village, but I wasn't sure if it was a real thing. Turns out it is, and it's been happening. Happened to a few in the orphanage. They didn't know the orphan's birthday, so they couldn't really confirm that. But in the village itself, like that's been happening to kids. We saw like the ceremony they were having for the funeral, scattering the ashes with the flowers, which is like, you know, returning it to the abyss, which is like a very fitting funeral that they would make sense they would have. But when they took him away, like to the caravan, took him away from that village, from the abyss, he felt fine. You know, no fever, no nothing. Like he was super bad, and just being the proximity away from there is what made him feel better, which is interesting because like the way they talked about it made it seem like it hasn't been happening. Like they said, what, maybe 5 kids, maybe like a few at the orphanage, but and I don't know if that's just been happening recently, like as if it's like never happened before, like because that could imply that there's like changes going on and that the effects are even like becoming more serious on like the surface of the abyss, like at the top of it, which could be interesting. But I just the major thing, of course, is the fact that just being taken away from there made him feel better. Crazy. But, you know, even after describing all that, you know, Nanachi describing, you know, the curse and stuff, it's like, they long for it, you know, like Eliza's narration, it's that longing, you know, that's just the life of these people of the abyss who long to traverse it. And yeah, man, which is really cool. It's pretty fucked up, but hey, that's like the life of people here, man. And now for the last thing, which is Nanachi and Midi, you know, the last thing Nanachi's saying, I want you to kill Midi to Reg. we also saw a scene of Nanachi seeming like, of course, taking Midi with them. I assume up to where they were at the 4th layer, you know, taking shelter, escaping from the 6th, escaping from that White Whistle, who's clearly the one who's done the experiments on the both of them. Nanachi being the successful one, I guess. Midi being one of the quote-unquote failures. These poor kids, like, I feel like they were absolutely just human kids before, just, I don't know, given their form and given that what Nanachi confirmed that Midi was a girl Riko's age. Nanachi saying, if I told you what we were, then, you know, you'd want to help us, you know. This White Whistle dude take kids down there and experimented on them with the having them lose their humanity, trying to make like the perfect hollow or something. Like, this sounds like some really fucked up like underground stuff, because I'm willing to bet he's not the only one in on these experiments. I feel like this is some deep White Whistle conspiracy shit. I feel like Eliza would have hated this. I don't think Ozen would have been complicit with it either. You know, Ozen is hardcore, but that's like crossing a line. But either way, like, Jesus Christ. And so with Nanachi asking that, I guess, you know, Midi being the form she is now, knowing that Midi still has her consciousness that can perceive Reg as a girl, you know, that would have been her age, or that is her age, I guess, and take a liking to her. Like, there's still a consciousness to Midi. She's not just this mindless creature now. Like, she is existing as herself, but in this body that is so, you know, wretched and like, she can't do it. Like, she can't exist without being protected by Nanachi. She's helpless in this form. She has to be fed by Nanachi, taken care of. Everyone is terrified, would be terrified of Midi, which is not Midi's fault, of course, but, you know, that's, you know, how it is. And it's like, fuck, man, I pity Midi so badly, and I'm like, well, I'm glad Nanachi can at least take care of them. But the fact that Nanachi is asking this now, it's like almost as if like to put Midi out of their misery. I'd have to hear more about what Nanachi says next episode, but that's some tough, like, considering what they've been through. And I guess Nanachi more than anyone would understand Midi's suffering, if anyone can make that decision. And I don't even know if there's like a way Midi can even like communicate with Nanachi, or if Midi has even asked for this from Nanachi themselves and hasn't been able to do it. Maybe it seems like that's the case anyway. Nanachi just can't do it themselves, so had to ask Reg to be like the outside party to do that to Midi. But I don't even know how to feel about that, dude. I don't even know what to say about that. That's obviously a clear, I'm sure that's something reactors or people like to morally talk about, but I don't know. Obviously Reg is going to be against it, I'm sure, and it's going to want to be like, wait, what do you mean, you know, kill Midi, right? And Nanachi will probably get into more detail about what that is, so we can probably talk about that more next episode if they do get into, which I imagine they will. I imagine they'll get into it more, kind of like how Nanachi finally answered the question Reg had on his mind about being able to see the abyss, which is like a factor I guess Nanachi has, which could explain why that White Whistle wanted to create a hollow like Nanachi. I guess a creature, to create a creature that could see the abyss, that could, I guess, become a creature of the abyss as they understand, to be able to perceive like the curse and to predict the future. Probably wanting their own that could do something like that and communicate with. Pretty fucked up experiment, but I could see like an evil White Whistle wanting to do something like that. So yeah, damn, man, that was a hell of an episode. That was a lot to say there, but I'm super looking forward to whatever this last one is. That's all I have to say about this one. Of course, feel free to let me know your thoughts as always, and thank you very much for watching. If you want to see my reaction to the next episode and the movie as well, because I will have already released that on my Patreon, those reactions, you can check that my Patreon link in the description. For $5, if you want to support the channel, you can get immediate early access to those reactions. The movie itself, I will say, will probably just be a timer reaction. I don't know if people really want a Vimeo edit for that, like a 10-minute edit for the movie. I can try and do my best if anyone wants to request that. I'm down to try, but it's basically just going to be a long timer reaction, how I do the video here on YouTube as opposed to Vimeo. But yeah, that's there. Thank you very much for watching once again, as always, and I will see you next time. Peace.